Hello everyone, today in this video we'll fight against the atmosphere of our world around us, and today we will think about the future of the left, so Marxist, neo-Marxist movement. Because we see that tides are turning back, and since the last victory of Mr. Trump in presidential election in US and his party, beautiful victory for Senate and also lower representatives chamber. So we see that House of the Representatives. So we see that things are also changing in other places, of course, like in Romania. European systems tried to cheat. In Netherlands they cheated, but they didn't manage to cheat everything. In Poland they didn't manage to cheat in Argentina, and conservative movements are also starting support, sending support to each other internationally. This scares also leftists like hell. So we see tides are turning, and the left, I think some of them who have still brain, being left and having a brain, but the people who are really behind it, the creators of this movement, they think about the future. And what will be the future of the left? It will be the return to the past. I know it might sound really creepy. We talk about the future, but you are now talking about the return to the past. What do you understand by that? Where I'm getting at is that socialism, any type of socialism, and by any means, can work, if it can work in quotation for a little bit longer, only in its national, so I would say national, I mean more regional version. So it means that the population taken by this system is not as huge as humanity or people of all continent like in Europe, so internationalism doesn't work well, and it's hard to convince many people, especially simple people, to this international stupid agendas. But National Socialism, yeah, now many people will not use this name because there are still some connotations, at least fading away, connotations with the National Socialism from the Second World War, thanks to the atrocities that were committed then. But slowly, even nationalists of Catalonia call themselves currently National Socialism. But in many places, term national, I think, will be replaced by patriotic socialism. So we come into the second half of 19th century, and such theoreticians like socialism historians and thinkers, Bolesław Limanowski. I still remember, I have at home Polish edition, original one, of his work, The History of Democracy in Post-Partition Poland, and published within the series Classics of Historiography. And the funny thing is that there is a preface written in 70s, so Polish communistic Poland, and Limanowski, it's called The Nestor of Polish Socialism. Yeah, I know people who know me I can be surprised that I'm reading such things, but one has to know the enemy very well, that's why I'm doing it. And in this book, which is actually quite thick, but it's not stupid, The History of Democracy in the Pre-Partition Poland by Bolesław Limanowski. Actually, there is a quite interesting biography of Bolesław Limanowski in English, so if one wants to read it, it's worth it. Mr. Limanowski wrote a sort of a prophetic sentence that socialism, to work better, needs to be only patriotic. International one will not work well. Prophetic words. And so what can be the future, at least regionally, of the socialist movement? Coming back to the past, to the National Socialism. And we see that slowly it's happening, as it was happening in recent years, Catalonia, and now more and more leftist politicians, like in Poland, are saying that we are, because National Socialism, of course, still there are bad connotations, memories with Second World War, so they are saying that they are patriotic socialists and so on, patriotic left. So we see that, and some of them more intelligent ones, they are the most dangerous ones, they even refer to the works of Bolesław Limanowski. So we see that to survive, of course, there are some dumb people who will fall into this wokeness completely and they will fade away from political scene quite quickly. But to survive, at least on a local scale, many leftists will go to the patriotic / national socialism again. And let's hope it won't be a successful comeback, but regionally, here and there around the world, I can envision in next years some electoral successes, because this internationalism, this wokeness, this denying basic laws of nature, basic laws of reality, it was not successful because such idiotism cannot attract many people. But the future, unfortunately for the leftist movement, is the past. So coming back to national / patriotic for more sensitive population movements, and they are already doing that. Why am I saying this? Because I don't want many people to follow into this trap and buy the leftist shit again. But this is the path they will take to regain power, at least regionally. All the best, have a nice day, bye.